basically you're saying let's say the C1 and CF1 is not playable. So we'll have CF2 as well. Yeah. Let's say somehow somebody gives a hole in it. People are submitted. Then we will choose CF2 as well. Got it. Okay, I got it. You're okay. question is the semi-finals from but I think the Virginia
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to McAllen Construction Replays TCL T10 Blast. Sorry for the delay, but as we have the first ball bowled and Hellraisers already off to a start, beautiful start, and maybe that's a statement shot from Govind. Played the similar way last night, just hoping to continue that same form as Murali Krishna, the minor league player, is under a little bit of pressure now. Only 2 on the leg side, 7 on the off side. Interesting field.
Fish comes in, hits it straight down the ground. Long off is there. He will come around and cut it. He should be just a 2.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there in the middle, but makes it home safely. And do you think, Abhi, that line is good enough if you only have 2 on the leg side? You know, you can easily just flick it away for 4, just like the first one.
Yeah, I mean, not really sure here. It's not easy here. He's not getting much movement.
He usually swings it out.
This one again, nailed through that leg side. He doesn't even bother to run. That's going to be another boundary.
Stand and deliver, Govind says. Govind, the beautiful shot. Going back to the point of that line, maybe we're going to see a field change. Get another one on the leg side, or is Murali just going to try to find his line?
Yeah, I'm not sure there, but I think...
Yeah, we see a field change now. We see that extra cover's coming in. Maybe we're going to see him go out, or maybe they just have another fielder on the leg side.
We'll have to see. But they do have a long off out and they have long on, so I think he's just going to keep bowling the same area. Now he has a protection. He has a long off and long on, and he bowls straight. And this one, a good ball length, and now Govind has respected the good balls. throughout the T10 tournament here. Done that very well. Done that aspect very well. Gone after the bad balls, and same thing here.
Great comeback ball from Murli as he comes in for his 5th delivery. Good delivery again. That's the line that he was playing to bowl earlier with his field. Good length, shorter length delivery. Outside off, 4th, 5th stump. And a good 2 comeback balls after the first 3. Blistering shots from Govinda.
And in this one, he swung it out to long on. Should be just a single. And it will just be a single. Good work from long on. And the first over gone for 11 runs. A good start for the Hellraisers.
I was joking. So he was like, he's coming. Okay, he's gonna hit it straight back. We're gonna catch it.
Another bowler here. And whack through that gap between short covers and mid-off. That's an amazing shot there. Played by Govinda. A little bit of wet, it was a little bit shorter on that occasion, and she went on the front foot and whacked it through that area. That's an amazing shot.
Yeah, same as the last over. Started off with a boundary. Govinda not looking to go easy here. He wants to make use of the power play as much as he can. He did a similar thing last night. You know, they had a very good start, around 45 runs at the end of 3 overs. I think they're looking for something similar today. As he's running in for a 2nd delivery to Govinda. This one a little bit straighter. Again, played it to backward square. This one just had to flick it away. Will he come around to it? Yeah, he'll come around to it. Just be a 2.
They're doing well here. They are getting the runs, and they are running hard between the wickets, and that's going to be the key here in this big ground. Running those 2s. Looks like Govinda again played 17 off 8 balls. This one again driven and is beaten mid-off, and that's going to be a boundary. Another one for Govinda. The boundaries are flowing at Tertiary Park for him, and he's looking in some very great touch here.
Yeah, and these are just classy shots. Nothing like you would see in the power play, especially in this TCL T10. Like, we've seen them go after it across the line, over square leg, over mid wicket, but these 3 shots have been all technical. A back foot punch, a little bit of slash in that first delivery, and then the next one just flicked away behind square. Then this one just driven past short covers. Beautiful batting. This one comes again. Oh, as we were talking,
as we were saying that he's gotten bowled. Just want to say a little bit low there. We saw the pitch, there were a lot of cracks there. It must have hit one or hit a spot where it stayed low, and unluckily Govinda has to go.
Yeah, we were just talking about him showing the full face of the bat, playing technical shots for the boundary, and this one he just tried to go across the line, go over cow corner, and this one just might have stayed a little bit low. he's knocked him over. Chandrakar.
Looks like a new batsman in. Will be Abdul Hamid. Abdul Hamid, the new batsman in. We do have a good start here. 1.4 overs, 21 for 1, but to carry on here, pushes it on the off through the cover. Should be two. Yeah, what do you think is a par score on this wicket? You know, it's been staying low here and taking in the last game into consideration. What do you think should be par here?
Yeah, definitely. We went in the innings break, the break between the game, and we saw there were a lot of cracks. There were big cracks opening up in the middle of the pitch, and we saw that last one, the one that Govinda got bowled to. It's just a tiny bit low, but if the batsmen just play smartly, I think they can. They push for those twos. I think they can get up to 90 and play smartly. This one very wide. Yeah, it's going to be given a wide. But as I was saying, if they just play smartly, get those boundaries, but they have to, and they show that intent of running into the deep, I think they can get around 90 to 95 with the likes of Tilak Patel coming in, as well as many strong batting that the Hellraisers have.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. You just need to play it smartly. And then pushes at it, just straight to covers, and gets a single there. They are on the 30, so little push there will always be a single.
Yeah, I think Abdul Hamid has just been sent out to do that. You know, maybe just push for those twos. As we saw the first delivery that he played, he just tucked it wide of point, and they just came back for a quick two. He was looking for that third two. Very quick runner, Abdul. And this one just tucked for a single. Maybe that's his role here. Give strike to Mayur, rotate those twos. Both are pretty quick runners between the wickets, and both are technical batsmen, especially Mayur.
Looks like Chris will be finishing off here. His spell.
The current comment is.
That's a beautiful shot by Abdul Hamid, just straight down the leg side. Murli Krishna and Abdul Hamid just tucks it down to find leg for a couple of runs, looking for that third. As we were saying, he's just been sent out to do just that. You know, once that field spreads, once the power play is done, he's just gonna go after it. He's gonna go after it quite a bit. That's good batting by Abdul Hamid. Probably just gonna take a single now. Give strike to Mayur Chaudhary.
Yeah, he's a very good player here. He's got all the shots. Classy too, and he's very smart about his batting. This one's short. He's just defended that. Looks like he's respecting the good balls here. You know, we've had a couple of approaches here in the power play. You know, a couple of batsmen who just swing at it, and this is the last over the power play, so you would be wanting some intent. But Abdul Hamid here, he's just, you know, dead batting. I mean, not dead batting, but you know, respecting good balls and, you know, playing his way.
Yeah, definitely. I think he just wants to. I think he's just supposed to take a single. Ooh, big swing. Big swing. Tried to go over that vacant mid-wicket region. You know, if you got bad on that, that was for any day. No protection out there. A good offer by Abdul Hamid.
Yeah, there's actually no one out there. You have a square leg and a mid-on, but that's it. No short mid wicket. No one on the 30. You have a very offside field, so anything middle leg will be dispatched into the leg side. So
yeah, they should be.
Again, bowling offside, bowling to his field, but
that's the line that you want to bowl. You know, right on the line. That's umpire's call. You know, Abdul Hamid, yes, he's a little bit mad, but honestly, I would not give that a wide as well. That's a lovely ball by Murali Krishna, showing his experience now from that minor league squad. This over, the last over of the power play, it's only been gone for 2 runs and 5 deliveries, .2. As he runs in for his final delivery, the final delivery of the power play, Abdul Hamid.
Full toss on offside. He just puts his foot there, the fielder, and he will cut that off, and it'll be a single on the last ball. A great over, a great comeback from Murali Krish. He's given just 3 runs in his second over after being hit for 11 in the first, so very good comeback and lots of support being shown by the captain to continue Krish.
Definitely, I mean, it's very smart from the skipper to give Murali another one. You know, he was 1 over 11 and then he just turned it around from this last over. As you were saying, that fielding right there, short covers, using his foot, you know, in these extremely chilly conditions, might have been a risky move. Could have gotten injured. He hit that decently hard too. As the power plays up, now we're gonna see the field spread. Now we're gonna see Abdul pushing for the 2s. We're gonna see Mayur pushing for the 2s. Play smartly now. 28 in 3 overs. Solid score, solid setup for the rest of the innings for these two. I guess.
He bowler Sahil here. Ooh, this one, a lot of bounce. Might have hit something there, or it just bounced there. But
yeah, it bounced and just didn't spin at all, really. It's just straight. Abdul Hamid seeing that first ball. He's gonna adjust to it. He's gonna adjust to his action. He's adjust to his bowling style. You know, he comes from decently wide angle. He comes straight. He's coming for a second delivery. Oh, this one poor delivery. It's down the leg and it's beaten short, fine leg, and that is definitely gonna run away for 4.
And a little bit of a misfield there. Went straight through his legs. It is very cold here. The viewers here that can't see how cold it is, but it is very cold. And he's gone straight through him. Didn't put his hand down. Ritvik uppity there at fine leg.
I think it was Pratham there. Yeah, that's Pratham.
Yeah, it looks like that. Sorry, Pratham there.
Very cold there. Much better delivery into the deep. Is it going to be taken? It's going to be a tough chance. Oh, he's put him down. It was very tough. He was running in. Very smart from the fielder to go for the catch instead of leaving it. You know, we've seen a lot of instances where the fielders just went back and it just bounces right in front of them. But I like the effort from the deep mid-wicket fielder, and unfortunately he's put it down.
Yeah, as Utkarsh have said, a lot of the batsmen here, they haven't gone for the catch. They just waited till it bounces, but now lots of bravery shown there. This one is pitched up and driven through the covers, and there is a deep point, so it should just be a single, and they'll just take a single for that one.
What are your thoughts on this field, Abhi? You have 3 out on the on the offside. My apologies. You have a deep point, it's extra covers, and a long on, and the only 2 fielders out on the leg side are that cow corner and long on. No square leg, no one behind that cow corner to protect the boundary, so he gets a tiny bit straight, or he just sweeps it. It's going for 4.
Yeah, it's a very interesting field there.
Like, just for example, that ball, you know, if he just hits that a little bit harder, that's 2 any day, maybe even a boundary. Oh, lovely fielding by Pratham. That's going to be overthrows. No, it's not. Oh, they are going to run some. They're going to run them. Slight confusion in the middle. Mayur didn't want to run for the 2. Neither did Abdul, and they just decided to go for it. But as I was saying, Abhi, what are your thoughts on this field? Where do you think he should be bowling?
Yeah, I mean, looks like he has to bowl offside. He doesn't really have another option. I mean, if he pitches it up or if it's short, he has deep point for the shorter one. Pitches it up, he has deep extra and long off. So I think his only option is to bowl it outside off. But the batsman, I'll try to shuffle outside off and try to sweep it. We'll pick that gap there.
Yeah, he's pulling very straight, to be honest. I mean,
I think he's getting a little bit lucky there because batsman, I mean, you know, he can work it to the leg side or work it in that gap between mid-wicket and long on or even sweep it.
yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have to go for the sweep. He can just flick it square leg because that short fine leg is very fine. So as long as you beat that short fine fielder, it's going to go for 2 any day. And interesting field for Sahil. As that ends the 4th over of the game, 37 for 4. 37 for 1, my apologies, after 4 overs. As we see a change in the bowling, Danish Khan comes to bowl. Very effective bowler, very talented bowler, and experienced. It's his first delivery, just on leg stump, good length, and Abdul just tucks it around that, just opens his face a little bit towards that sweep, covers gap, and just takes a quick single to put Mayur back on strike. Oh, this one much fuller. You see that bail lighting up a little bit? I don't know why that was.
I think that's just been there, I think, the whole time. So yeah.
Oh, I should notice that.
But yeah, Danny, known as Danny, very, very good leggy, very talented. This one comes down the track and a miss stomping. Didn't spun past the outside edge of the bat, but the keeper not able to collect that.
Yeah, that goes to everyone, and the keeper wasn't just flew past him. Never really saw the ball. The keeper, I think it was very full. It was like Yorker length. Danish, lovely bowling. Only 1 run conceded of his bowling. As he comes for his 4th. Oh, we saw a reverse sweep. Will that be given a no ball? Yes, that will be given a no ball.
So now it's a free hit here, and looks like Mayur will face the free hit. But for Danny, you gotta feel for him. It's actually very cold here, and he releases it at a different angle. He kind of throws it up at a lower release point. So in this colder weather, it just tends to slip more for him, which could be another reason for this no ball. And
yeah, it's a leggy. What would be your tactics, battling this cold? What do you try to do? Do you just try to bowl it quicker into the air, or do you just bowl it straight? This one is played to long on. It'll probably just be a single. Oh, another no ball. This one probably an overstep.
Well, back-to-back no balls. Overstep too, this one.
And yeah, I don't know much you can feel about that. That's completely his fault. Going back to the point, Abhi.
Yeah. So I think I'll just try to warm up my hands as much as I can. It's very cold, so when you warm it up, you get at least a little bit of grip. But bowling wise, you just have to bowl your normal. You can't try too many things because it's really cold, so you won't be as accurate. So you just need to keep it as simple as you can. Just comes down the track, hits this again to long on. Actually deep in the wicket this time, but it will just be a single.
Mid-wicket was a little bit slow to get around to that. Could have pushed for 2. Mayur is taking it easy. Danish Good over so far. Other than the no balls, it's just not gone for many runs. He comes back again. This one again, Fuller. Good fielding by Danish. He was hit hard. Yeah, you can see him shaking his hand. It was hit pretty hard by Mayur. Well fielded by Danish. Danish gone.
Again, short and cutaway on the offside. Should be two. Sweeper has a long way to run. And they will come back comfortably for the second run.
As we see Sahil Shah come in for a second over. Similar field again. Similar field again. And I would like a slip in place too. I would like to see it. Yeah, that line is much better. Abdul Habib going for a Dil Scoop, Dilshan type shot. And just gonna get bad on that. But yeah, I think that line is much better because even if he tries to, he tries to sweep or slog sweep that, I think he'll hold out to that fielder at cow corner because it's way too wide unless he uses his feet.
Yeah, not a bad option. I mean, he has his deep point, so he's bowling that offside. He has to keep bowling that. Again, this one's short, wide, and cut away, but looks like a little bit of misfield. But you do still have your deep point, so again, that's fine to bowl there. You're not really going to concede any boundaries unless he cuts it backward a point. So, not really a bad idea, but he just can't get it straight because as soon as he gets it straight, he'll pick that gap between short fine leg and deep in the wicket.
Definitely not many can hit the back foot punch for 6 like we saw in that last game.
Definitely, yeah.
It's much harder to hit that than going over mid wicket. So the plan is right, but the only thing is that Sahil can't get too straight with this. He has to maintain his line, maintain his consistency. Just be patient with the over. You can go for 6 singles and that's fine. As we see that slip move to short third after that intent shown by Abdul. This one cut away again. This one again straight to point. This is better bowling, much better bowling from Sahil than in the last over. I'd like to see this line and length.
Very good defensive bowling here. T10 here, you're not supposed to go for lots of runs. The goal is to not be attacking and be wicket taking. The goal is to be defensive, and that's what he's doing here. He has his deep point, deep extra. And that short and wide ball wouldn't be good normally in limited overs in a 50 over game or something, but now you know that the batsman's only option is to cut the ball and you have your protection right there. This one is pitched up, it's in the gap, but it won't go to the rope. It should just be a single. Coming back for 2, but the throw is wayward, so they will get 2.
Very strong arm by the long off fielder, but didn't get it right on top of the stumps, a little bit to the right. Too full. It's a good shot from Mayur. Sahil Shah, last 2 deliveries, has to finish well. Way too straight. Oh no, I think he could have just gone for that square leg area.
But
he would have got a boundary.
He's opened the face and kind of hit it on the offside, interestingly. So,
well, all you had to do was, that was On the leg stop, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back to you in a short while.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the McAllen Construction and Replays TCL T10 Blast. Sorry for the little delay. Commentators have to eat dinner just like every other human being. But we're back into it as Hellraisers are 70 for 2 in 8 overs. As MJ Mujtaba Tariq comes back, comes for his first over, I believe, against Abdul Hamid and Tilak Patel. Yeah, the other commentator still munching on his pizza at the moment, so he will join back in a few minutes.
That one.
MJ Mujtaba Tariq comes his first delivery against Tilak Patel. Just taking his run up, MJ. Good flat delivery. Smoked it straight to covers. And I think that ball might have slipped out from the covers fielder when you're throwing back to the keeper. Signs of that few factor that's just settling in. The last 2 overs, what can Hellraisers produce here? Abdul Hamid uses foot. That's very unlucky. That's very hard to keep. And he's pushing for 2 on that one. Just might have taken it a little bit too easy, the short fine fielder, and Abdul Hamid grasps onto that opportunity and just pushes for 2. And I think the keeper just lodged the stumps a little bit too hard. That's why I think a little bit, so there's a little bit delay. I feel for the umpire, as I know another person who does that a lot goes by the name Sahar Shwetan. And Abdul Hamid trying to reverse sweep again. This one a poor delivery down the leg side, got a little away with it. You see Abdul Hamid trying to reverse sweep, trying to use his feet, go to the wide line and try to go over a square leg. He's just not connecting in this over at least. And MJ is bowling a very solid over for the 9th over of the game. And if he can restrict Hellraisers, if him and the victors, whoever comes to the ball in the last over, that's a shot. That's a lovely shot. Just goes to square leg though, unfortunately. But as I was saying, if MJ and the next bowl, whoever comes to bowl, whoever MJ decides to give, if they can defend Hellraisers below 85 or that 90, I would take that if I were victors. This one again, short. And Abdul Hamid, all he could do was just pull it to square leg, and they're not going to come back for 2 either. So this has been a wonderful over so far. It's been a wonderful over from MJ, just conceding 3 runs from that in the 9th over of the game. Hellraisers are 76 for 2 at the end of 9 overs. As we have Abiram Yerova, the previous commentator, who was just munching on the 5 slices. as we have Danish Khan coming to bowl the final over of the game. It's an interesting decision.
Danish Khan here. To bowl, he bowled a very good first over. Very good first ball, sorry. In the rest of the over.
Yeah, he bowled a couple of no balls in his previous over.
Yeah, kind of slipping out of the hand.
Ooh, this one on the legs. And Abdul Hamid just couldn't get bad on that. You know, he hasn't been able to middle it like he was in the beginning of the innings against the Pacers. You know, he's not been able to middle the spinners as well. And maybe that's the decision of getting the spinners, giving the spinners the final over of the game, giving Danish and MJ the final two. Smart thinking from Victors. And this one again, and this one just skied up in the air. Oh, they're gonna come back for two pretty easily.
Just in no man's land. As we were saying, there's no one in that area. There's a short fine, and then you have long on and then deep mid wicket. So there's no one in that area. About mid wicket on the 30 is where that landed, or cow corner on the 30. So that's right in the gap, and they will easily come back for a second.
And we see a batsman retiring. We see Abdul Hamid retiring. The Hellraisers are gonna retire Abdul Hamid. This is the first time we're seeing this in the T10.
No, we've seen it with John Vijay actually against 11 Warriors.
Was that because of an injury, Abhi?
No, I think it was a 7, playing too slow, I think, there. But
maybe a similar situation here.
A very rare occasion, though. I mean,
yeah, that's why maybe Tilak didn't want that too. You know, he wanted to keep strike. You know, maybe he thinks he can clear this straight boundary, hit the side screen, maybe Tilak against Danish Khan, who's giving the ball a little bit of air in this final over. Or maybe he's gonna improvise. Maybe go over that point. Maybe go over the square leg.
Last couple of balls here. Last 4 dot balls in the innings. Just short. Well bowled. And Danish Khan smartly tells him to stop and take it easy, because you don't want the throw coming in hard because there's no backup there. And well bowled. Forces him to go on the back foot and just slows off the wicket, and he's not able to generate power. So that's exactly how you have to bowl if you're...
Yeah, that was a great delivery. Very hard length and line to hit. This one
in the gap as well.
Beautiful shot.
It's gonna be 4 runs.
Yeah, just as I was talking, maybe I thought Tilak would do that as well. Improvise instead of going straight down the ground. Or, you know, since Danish is not bowling that full, even though he's giving it a little bit of slowness, but he's not giving it that fullish length that Tilak wants. And maybe this was a smart option to go for, either going over that backward square leg or going for that reverse sweep. And they get a boundary from that.
And
let's
looks
see what
like
Danish does now in his last 2 deliveries.
Deep square leg comes in and deep point goes out. So a similar tactic we've seen from the last game, the previous game in the second innings. So looks like he's gonna bowl short and wide, or just completely outside off, whichever line and length it may be.
If I were the batsman right now, I would stand outside off in the beginning and move more and just target that square leg area. You know, even if it's full, I'll just sweep him through there.
Yeah, definitely should be a train of thought for the batsman. Square leg is in. Does do that. Misses it, but it's a good idea here.
Yeah, I think he didn't come across enough. You know, he has to go more, because you know Danish is still going to be consistent with his line near the wide line. So if you just move a little bit, yes, we saw him move a little bit, but I do not think if it was enough. It was enough if he wanted to go over that square leg fielder. Do you think he's going to go for that smart option, maybe get forward? Do you think he wants to go risky and go for a 6 here, Hubby?
I'm not sure what he's going to do, but I think he will go across again. Does a little bit, goes for the sweep again, misses it. And chance at the bowler's end, he's throwing it pretty hard. And they will just settle for a single.
Yeah, a little bit collision from Danish Khan and the batsman. Yeah, we saw him trying to sweep again, but I just think again he stood his ground instead of going across. The first innings is completed, and what a comeback from the Victors in the last 2 overs. They've only conceded about 10 runs, and that is very impressive. Hellraisers at one point were looking at 95, but these last 2 overs have been absolutely brilliant from Victors, from MJ and Danish Khan.
And that gets him to 83 in their 10 overs, so 84 will be the target for the Victors. And let's see what they can do.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, spinners have been playing a good role here, and so we're going to see the likes of Danish Dongre definitely really take
We're going to see the likes of Tadish Donger coming in today after the power play, and he's going to be very effective for the Hellraisers. And the innings has come to an end, and we'll join you guys after a short break with the likes of Shwet and Srinivasan joining you in the comm box, the one and only main wicketkeeper of Bravehearts.
Welcome back, viewers, to Church Street Park, where this wonderful game between Victors and Hellraisers is happening. The Victors have restricted, I should say, the Hellraisers to 82 and 83 rather, and would be in pursuit of 84 runs to win this game. A few minutes of delay there as the Hellraisers are having their team huddle. The pictures are really bright. However, the weather isn't. It's extremely cold out here at Church Street Park. It's in the early 50s, I should say. and that's not going to help the outfield either. It's actually dipped below 50 now. It's 44 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is definitely cold. One would only imagine the passion and the love for sport that all these cricketers who are playing this out there have. And for some others like us, it's the same spirit that keeps us going. Our title sponsors, McAllen Constructions and Reed Place. Huge call out, shout outs to you for supporting the Triangle Cricket League's TCL T10 Blast 2022 edition. And getting 83 runs on a surface like this, which is slowing down with every over, and an outfield which is getting soggy by the minute, is not going to be that easy. However, it's one of the smallest targets that has been set this year by any team. So the victors, from a pure mathematic perspective, would think that this is gettable. And they do have some real good bowlers in their lineup, the Hellraisers. So they would think that they probably have enough. They could have probably sent Conrad Lodge a little earlier in the batting order to try and muster a few hefty blows. That didn't happen. However, they made 82, which I think they will believe is a decent enough score given the conditions that the Victors have to chase them in. And the Victors do have a strong batting lineup, so it's going to be an even contest with both the teams believing that they have it in favor of them. A victory here for the Victors would keep them in the race for the top two spots. However, the Hellraisers losing here would definitely put them out of contention. So everything to play for as the players settle down and the umpires call play. It's going to be Andy Patel opening the bowling, and Mujtaba Tariq and Jalandhar Reddy to start the proceedings with the bat for the Victors. And Andy Patel starts off with a wide, something that they have to control if they have to defend 82, 83. Yes, they have to pick up some wickets here and there, but it's more about creating pressure by bowling a lot of dot deliveries. Now that's what's going to do the trick for them. Make the batsman make some mistakes by trying to go for big shots. Andy Patel here again to Jalandhar Reddy. Close to his body, just a punch to cover. And there is enough time for them to walk across for a single as the cover fielder is placed at the 30-yard circle. A shot attempted across the line. A no ball signaled, most likely for foot fault, I think. Again, we were just talking about the need to control the extras. It's not going in favor of Hellraisers at the moment. Just a couple of deliveries into the game, one wide and a no ball. gives Mujtaba Tariq a free hit. He usually plays everything like a free hit, but if you give him a free hit, you can only imagine what he's going to do with it. But you never know. It's a funny game. Sometimes when you are predetermined to hit, you may not. Andy Patel on a free hit delivery to Mujtaba Tariq, misses it completely. Just like I was saying, it just puts that extra bit of pressure on the batsman to somehow score runs off a free hit, and that can make you lose your shape, make you do things that you would otherwise not do. I think that's exactly what happened there. It was a back of length delivery. Mujtaba was predetermined to hit it over mid wicket, mid on, missed it. So that one going in favor of Andy Patel. Comes in for another delivery to Mujtaba. Tries to open the face and run it down to third man, but a little too close and quicker than probably he anticipated. Couldn't get the necessary room to play the shot that he was thinking in his mind. So despite the wide and no ball, Andy Patel has come back in the power play and has bowled the next couple of deliveries for just 1 run. The lack of there is a lag that I can see in the score getting updated. So I do believe that the score is 5 at this point. There's a little bit of a confusion between the fielders, and I do believe that the umpire is having a word with them. Does look like there's a dialogue between the two umpires in terms of the number of fielders who are outside the circle. Did they have more than 2 fielders outside during the power play? That would be a sin if they did. Fortunately, we don't have a coverage that can confirm if they did have more than 2 outside. There's no video evidence or anything, nor that the umpires can actually seek for any recordings to clarify. It's still being discussed. Things seem to have settled down, and Andy Patel back to Jalandhar Reddy, who's just tapped it to the adjacent pitch. It's not, I wouldn't even call it mid-wicket, just tapped it right next to the pitch and had enough time to get a single. So no boundary scored in the first over so far. It's just 1 delivery left. And just as I say that, a huge hit from Mujtaba Tariq. Hits it out of Church Street Park, way into the forest for a huge 6. What could have been a wonderful over for Andy Patel, despite the wide no ball, ends up being a pretty bad one for the Hellraisers. So I'm forced to say that they are off to a flyer. Looks like there's another delivery left. Well, we were thinking that it was the end of that over. Will this be the last ball of the over? That one bounced nicely. Will they look to get back for a 2? Not the swiftest of runners between the wickets, these openers, but yeah, they don't. They don't get the second run, so it's just 1 run. At the end of over number 1, it's 13, so it's a rather great start for Victors at the end of that first over. So Tilak Patel, the left-arm seamer, comes into the attack from the commentary box end. The second over of foul play. Can he get a couple of wickets here and twist this game a little bit? Pull it in favor of the Hellraisers. Haven't had such a wonderful tournament so far. Lost a couple of their games last week. Oh, the shot and wide, right under the fielder's eyes, but he misses it at backward point, lets it go past him. Not sure if it kissed his arms on the way. Looks like it did. He's crying in pain a little bit. What should have been stopped has ended up in giving away 2 runs to Hellraisers. So Andy Patel would love to get it a little straighter. You can see that Mujtaba is standing way outside leg stump, trying to make room outside the off stump from word go. Did he get an outside edge on that one? Did the keeper drop him? There was a huge deflection off the bat, or was it just the movement off the surface? Not very clear from here, even through the direct feed that we're getting. Had it taken an outside edge, that would have been a big let off by the wicketkeeper. Here we go, Andy Patel trying to angle another one. It's another big shot. There is coverage there, but not able to get under that to catch it. The fielder at cover takes it on 1 bounce, just 1 run scored. So for the field that he has gotten set up, he has to be in line with the stumps in full. In line more with the off stump or just outside. Oh, slightly short on the location, but luckily goes straight to the fielder within the 30-yard. Not such an easy angle to play, a left arm over the wicket bowler, angling the ball constantly across. Not too sure if he's got the one that comes back in, and if he does have that and he uses it, it can be a deadly dangerous combination. One that goes out with the one that comes back in with the angle. No, that was in line with the stumps, but put away by Jalandhar Reddy. There's no fielder there. The outfield is a little damp, but it still trickles down over the fence for a boundary. Just missing the... I wouldn't say he was missing the angle. He was definitely trying to bring that one back in. Try to see if he can get him trapped in front of the stumps, or maybe even bowled if the batsman attempted to play across the line. Wasn't the case. Jala, a very renowned batsman, was equal to the task. Just picked it over mid-wicket for a wonderful boundary. So they are quickly off to 20. Run rate of close to 11 runs per over. A couple of deliveries still left, or 1 delivery still left rather, in this over. Tilak Patel comes back to bowl his final delivery. Oh, that should have been stopped. A possible run-out opportunity. It still is. A second time, it's the same fielder. It's a little funny how the ball chases him and he gets injured at his fingers. That's the second time. He was in backward point at the beginning of the over. Let one hit his fingers and go through, and he was moved to cover, and it's a repeat. Gets injured for the second time. So it's 22 at the end of the second over. A very good start that for the victors who are chasing 83 for victory tonight. Would be good to see if the Hellraisers bring in a spinner. They used a couple of pacers who couldn't get a wicket or even keep the run rate low in the first 2 overs. Sticking to medium pace, I do believe that it's Conrad Lodge who's coming into the attack from the far end. Yeah, another seam up delivery, a bowler rather, coming in from the far end, and I should keep both Jalandhar Reddy and Mujtaba Tariq happy. Third over of power play, they can use the pace if any that comes on offer. Slightly outside off stump, a little bit of a shape there. Trying to cut that one, missing it, and safely pouched by the wicketkeeper. A dot ball to start with. If Conrad can still keep this over to just 2 or 3 runs, it'll be a great, it'll be an even finish, I would say, for the power play. And then when the field spreads with the spinners in operation, it could be an even contest. Oh, good shot there. Oh, another drop. Goes straight into the hands and straight out. That should have been taken. You don't want to drop somebody like Mujtaba Tariq, and that too within the power play. Straight into the hands. Just bounces out. Another short delivery. There's a lot of shout there. Huge appeal from the bowler, the keeper, and everybody from the Hellraisers contingent, but the umpire nods his head in the negative. Little bit of an argument there. Jalandhar Reddy telling the Hellraisers team that they were probably joking. Not too sure if he had to do that. He could just keep quiet. The umpire's giving it to you, giving it in your favor. Just keep batting. Oh, that's a shot that's filled with adrenaline, I would say. Purely because of the incident from the previous delivery. He was always going to hit that out of Church Street, out of Morrisville. Just failed to connect that one. So things starting to heat up a little bit. Something interesting. That's right in front, is it? Conrad Lodge thinks so. Once again, the batsman shows his bat. The umpire says it was off the bat. See the signal from the umpire. He doesn't call it a leg by, so clearly off the outside edge. Once again trying to go to the mid-wicket fence. Jalandhar, the ball probably hitting the back of the bat and flying towards the cover. It's interesting that there is no catching fielder. There's no fielder to catch anything in 15 to 20 yards. Everybody standing in the 30-yard circle. Sometimes it may just allow the batsman to take a single off every miss hit as well. That's exactly what's happening here. Move on to 25. It's a good over. It was a very good over from Conrad. Just 3 runs off that over like we spoke. And I do believe that if a couple of wickets were to be taken with the field spread, it might become very, very interesting, this chase. On the other hand, the victors don't have to take any chances. They should just get the odd boundaries here and there and keep getting those ones and twos on offer. They were easily able to get the singles even with 7 fielders in the 30-yard, and if the field is going to spread, it's just going to become that much more easier for them. I'll wait and see. Mayur Chowdhury comes into the attack. This can be a little bit of a game changer. We don't know. We've got to wait and see. He's a wonderful leg spinner. He's got a lot of variety. He can bowl the faster one. He can bowl the googly. A very respected cricketer from the Triangle area. Was a part of the Morrisville minor league team in the initial exhibition edition in 2020. So he's got a lot of talent, and he can probably change this game in favor of Hellraisers. But what can he do with 12 deliveries? We've got to wait and see. So Mayur Chowdhury, first delivery to Mujtaba Tariq, starts outside leg stump. There's a little bit of a confusion there between the batsmen. They don't take the single. Ends up being a dot ball. Good piece of fielding at short mid wicket there. Now the delivery safely pouched at mid-wicket there. That was angled down the leg side, and Mujtaba Tariq not getting enough bat on that one. Probably hitting it a little higher on the maker's mark, and taken cleanly by the short mid-wicket fielder there. So a lot of joy in the Hellraisers contingent. 2 deliveries from Mayur Chowdhury. Picked up an important wicket of Mujtaba Tariq. So in comes Murali Krishna Ankaraju, who is another very good cricketer. He can bat, he can bowl, he can field, he can do everything on a cricket ground, and he can do them well. But he does have Mayur Chowdhury to contend with. He has got 4 deliveries to face off Mayur Chowdhury. Is there a change of field? Not necessarily. I do believe that he's just left the cover and extra cover region wide open, which is exactly where Murali Krishna hits it. Will they come back for 2? They don't. Just 1 run taken off the mark. I'd have been happy to see an extra fielder, especially when you're turning the ball away from the right-hander and a new batsman has walked in. You don't want him to get off strike hitting the ball with the turn, and oh, now the full-length delivery heaves that one, Jala. There is coverage. There is a fielder there who returns that throw, but unable to stop the second run from being taken. There's a little bit of a fumble in collecting that one. Allowed the batsman to come back for 2 runs. Another huge shot down the leg side. There is a fielder there who comes back and throws it really hard, but not enough power in the arm to effect a run out. Oh, the umpire there signaling a free hit. I do believe that Mayur Chowdhury possibly flicked the bails off during his delivery stride. Oh, each of these count. Every small mistake can prove to be very costly in this game, in this format especially. So Jalandhar Reddy facing Mayur Chowdhury off a free hit. A full-length delivery. The mid-on fielder rushes in, collects the ball, fumbles it. Will they try to get the second one? No, they don't. They don't even attempt coming back for the second run despite a misfield. And that's because you have Patel there, Tilak Patel, who's a pretty good fielder, has a strong arm. They didn't want to take a chance. The last thing you want is a run out of a free hit. Oh, Murali Krishna again hits that down to square leg. There is a definite opportunity for two. And he does come back quite easily. So what started off as a pretty good over from Mayur Chowdhury ends up not so good for the Hellraisers. No boundaries were scored, but a few balls that went for 2 runs, and the no ball didn't help them. So 9 runs off that over, which is exactly the required run rate at the start of the inning. So hasn't done Hellraisers any favor, but a fall of 1 wicket can work in their favor a little bit. Have to wait and see. Tanish Dongre, another leg spinner being introduced from the far end. He can loop the ball up, but not too sure how tall that ball, those deliveries are going to be for somebody who's as tall as Jalandhar Reddy. It'll be an interesting contest here. Tanish picks most of his wickets when the batsmen are trying to go after him. When they try to hit the long ball, they often top edge him or hit them in the deep and miss time and lose their wicket. Tanish with his first delivery, his usual beautiful run up. Exactly what happened, and Jalandhar Reddy times it beautifully, hits it into the forest there. Big 6. That should dent the confidence of Tanish Dongre a little bit, but he has a big heart. We've seen it time and again in youth cricket. Can he come back and get his revenge? He's that sort of a player. It'll be a huge win if he can do that. Another flighted delivery, and it's been given. That's the revenge we were talking about. Pushed it through slightly quicker. Traps Jalandhar Reddy in front of the stumps. You could see that celebration. It's ecstasy for Hellraisers and Tanish Dongre. Goes for a big 6 off the first delivery. Makes the correction. Takes his revenge. 2 down. Victors. What a huge wicket that was of Jalandhar Reddy. New batsman coming in is Varun Chowdhury. Oh, hits it. Oh, slightly over the fielder at mid-wicket. Would have been a second wicket of 2 balls for Tanish Dongre had it stayed a little low. But Varun Chowdhury, the owner of the team,
First warning for that pitch.
Oh, there's a lot of drama out there. I do believe that Varun was running straight across the turf, in very much in the danger area. A possible warning, and if 5 runs were to be deducted, if he does it again, that could be a huge loss for the victors. Tanish Dongre, another loopy delivery in line with the stumps. A simple straight drive from Murali Krishna Ankaraju off the back foot. Just places it wide of the bowler and takes an easy single. So with the fall of Jalandhar Reddy's wicket, I do believe that this game is now somewhat evenly poised. We are almost at the end of over number 5, and they are exactly halfway towards their target, the victors. Oh, another shot across the line. Plays it wide of deep square leg. A nice throw will give them a good chance, but it isn't the case. A very weak arm there from Conrad Lodge from behind square allows the batsman to come back for 2 runs quite easily. They are missing out on these throws. Every time the ball goes even straight to the fielder in the deep, the batsmen are jogging their second run away. Another. Oh, was that a chance of stumping down the leg side? Wouldn't have been an easy one. The keeper failing to collect that one in the first place. Bice declared, so it went between the batsman and the stumps, missing the leg stump. A possible opportunity goes begging there for the Hellraisers. Halfway through the second innings of this game between Hellraisers and victors. This is the McAllen Constructions Reed Place TCL T10 Blast 2022. Coming to you live from Church Street Park. So slightly over halfway mark with the chase are the victors. They've scored 46 and need another 38 from the last 5 overs. And Andy Patel now comes from the commentary box, and it's a change of end for Andy. A couple of really good overs, less than 6 runs per over, will pull this more in favor of Hellraisers, even if they don't get any wickets. On the other hand, if the victors manage 15-run over somewhere, they will clinch this pretty comfortably. And the fielding from Hellraisers is not really helping them at this point. They're not helping themselves. There was a fumble again from the fielder, who's hovering the boundary there at backward point. An easy 2 taken. Oh, another good looking shot, a drive straight to mid-off. Batsman there looking to come back for second. And this time they don't get it. A pretty decent throw from the fielder at long off, keeps it down to 1. So 3 runs of the first 2 deliveries. Of the second over from Andy Patel. Oh, another beautiful shot. He was probably looking to go mid-wicket, cow corner, but getting the ball coming a little slower and hits the inside part of the bat and flies down to deep square leg where there is no fielder for a boundary. Not exactly where he intended to hit, but fetches a boundary for himself. Does Varun. So that takes the score past 50 and reduces the runs needed to 31 now. 8 runs coming off the first 3 deliveries there. Oh, beaten outside off stump, trying to cut that one. Varun misses that. Collected by the wicketkeeper. In line with the stumps. A huge shot attempted. The ball just barely crossing the 30-yard. And it gives them an opportunity to come back for a second run. Not sure if Varun lost his footing there while attempting to reach the crease and has been declared run out. I think he slipped and fell short of his crease. Lost his wicket there while he lost his footing. He's looking dangerous out there for the Hellraisers, and they'll be happy to see the back of him. Does bring the new man in. Will that be the lucky break that the Hellraisers were looking for? Sri Charan takes strike, takes guard, ready to face the last delivery from Andy Patel tonight. Wasn't to be, was a big wide there. Still got one legal delivery left. Can he get a wicket? Can he put things... Oh, there's a chance of a run out there, but Murali Krishna scampers through very quickly despite the ball being hit straight to the fielder on the 30-yard circle at point. So 56 at the end of over number 6 and puts the equation at 28 of 24. Must be a pretty easy ask now for the victors, but in T10 we've seen quite a few games going down to the wire in this edition particularly. Last night's game was a classic example. The Assassins had it absolutely in their control until the 8th over of the chase and then almost slipped it. And then eventually scoring the winning runs of the last delivery. Can that happen tonight? Can something that interesting happen tonight in the next 4 overs that is left?
Hey guys, keep it going. Come on, boy.
"28 runs of 24 deliveries." That's the equation as we come back to view this last section of his game. Conrad Lodge comes into bowl, makes some room, hits it in the air, but just short of the fielder at backward point. One bounce. One run taken there. Scores 57 now. Can Conrad give the Hellraisers a break here? Can he get Murali Krishna Ankaraju? That'll make things interesting. coming down the track and hit it beautifully wide off the fielder. The sweeper there trying to come across and stop that one. Wasn't able to do that. It was hit well wide of him with a lot of power. A beautiful shot from Murali Krishna Ankaraju. Conrad must definitely be upset with that one, conceding a boundary. A little bit of a change of field, getting that fielder more squarer, moving him almost to backward point from cover in the deep. Oh, that's a straight hit. Has he cleared the fence there on the full? Yes, he did. It's a big 6. So 10 runs coming of the last 2 deliveries. Just 17 now required of 21 deliveries. It's well under a runner ball now. It's going to be very difficult to retrieve that from the darkness. They do have a replacement ball coming in. Moves across and hits it high. A chance there at the deep. Has been put down. Murali Krishna Ankaraju dropped it deep mid-wicket by the fielder. Comes back for 2. If there was any chance of Hellraisers making a comeback in this game, it's been lost with that drop. Oh, it's been declared a free hit, so the catch wouldn't have mattered. Oh, everything going against the Hellraisers. Now the free hit delivery coming to Murali Krishna, who's in the mood. A huge hit again, over-pitched. Murali Krishna hits it deep into the woods there. Over, long off for a big 6. And that was a free hit delivery. Gets a lot of height and distance on that one. Conrad Lodge there, bowling it right under Murali Krishna's eyes. Comes down, another big shot attempted, but this time one bounce straight to the wide long off fielder. A run taken nevertheless. Score moves on to 77. So just 7 runs required now. Oh, that could be pretty close. He moved a long way across the stumps, tried to hit that one square off the wicket, caught right in front of middle and leg. Declared leg before, rightly so on that occasion. Not sure if that was needed. He just probably was trying to practice some kind of a shot for the future, thinking that the game is almost but done. Seven runs off the last 3 overs. Literally 1 hit away from equalizing the score. They would like to finish it quicker. This group is going to be pretty tricky. That want to take every advantage to get that advantage of the net run rate, etc., that can come into equation next week when some of these teams will be playing their last league games. A place in the playoffs can purely depend on the net run rate sometimes. So Krishna seems to be the bowler of choice for Hellraisers, coming from the commentary box in. Runs in and bowls a full-length delivery. Hit away to deep extra cover. Coming back for second. Is there a chance of a run out? Not attempted by the wicketkeeper. Just gathers it in front of the stumps and safely throws it away to the fielder. Probably Murali Krishna was already home. So 5 runs to win this game. 1 hit away. And given the mood that Krishna has been in, he would definitely try to go after the bowler who pitched that first one too full. Can he finish it off in style? He does try, but not getting enough elevation. He just bowled it a little too wider, seeing the batsman moving across. Just keeps it down to 1 run. A boundary away, the victors from being the victors tonight. Length delivery there, chopped it on. Kashif facing his first delivery, trying to cut that one which was too close to his body. Gets an inside edge and chops it back onto the off stump. It's Diwali time and the stumps go lightning. A wicket there for Krishna Shalake. He'll be proud of it. Didn't get much of an opportunity to bowl, showcase his bowling talent in the last 2 games that they played in. Gets it on this occasion. Bowled 2 good full and wide deliveries to start with, and gets a wicket of the 3rd delivery. Must be very proud of himself and happy, despite the result of the game, which looks most likely will go against his team. Ricane is the new batsman in. Murali Krishna walking almost towards the boundary to talk to him a thing or two and escorts him to the crease. Almost even taking his guard. Probably was just telling him not to throw it away. Just stay there, take a couple of runs, stay not out, win the game and go home. Oh, is that a chance of a catch there? No, it was a bump ball. Full length delivery again, in line with the stumps. Batsman unable to get under that one. Trying to drive that, but not able to go past the bowler. 2 deliveries left, and new batsman Ricken on strike to Krishna Shalake. He's bowled a brilliant over so far. Oh, this time angled down the leg side, just as I was saying that he was bowling really well. Gets his angle wrong, and a wide conceded. Just 3 more runs needed now for the victors to finish this. Full length delivery, very well bowled. He's bowling to his field, hit straight to cover. Now the dot ball. So just conceded 4 runs this over. Now the wide of the crease. There's a chance of a run out there. And the bowler actually fails to gather the throw. It's not easy under the cold conditions. Would have been a definite run out had he gathered the ball clean. Krishna Shalake there failing to collect the ball. Means an extra run added to the total. Does keep Ricken on strike for the next over. But all the victors need is 2 runs to win this encounter. We're possibly moments away from finishing the action for tonight. Seems to be Tilak Patel coming from the far end now for his second over. 3 runs required of 12 deliveries, and that's a lot of room to get your 2 runs, Victors. I don't believe that there is any surprise left in this game. It's going to be more or less a straightforward victory from this point. Hit over the top in beautiful style. No fielder there, but the ball does not cross over the fence. Don't think it was necessary. They get the 2 runs just by crossing each other twice. An easy victory rather for the Victors. It definitely does put the Hellraisers out of contention from a playoff spot, this victory for Victors, and keeps the Victors in the hunt for a place to the playoffs. This wonderful T10 tournament. We have 2 more days of league games left in this tournament. Almost 6 teams still having a good chance of making it to the playoffs. In both the Milky Way and in the Andromeda Galaxies, 3 teams, or 4 teams rather, from each team, each of the table, has still an opportunity to make it to the playoffs, is what I understand from the way I looked at it. It's a wonderful, wonderful tournament, this T10. Thanks again to McCallum Construction, Reed Place, the sponsors, the title sponsors of this edition. And that's all we have from coverage tonight at Church Street Park. Wish you all, folks, a wonderful night. See you all tomorrow in yet another anticipated day of action from Church Street Park. Good night.